Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. In today's video we are of course continuing the guided Hieropanth, and this time we are tackling Act 8. Full disclosure, I actually already beat Act 8, but I am going to go back for that final boss. They're pretty tricky, so it might be interesting to see that again. When it comes to the abilities, so you saw in the previous video of course that we got Ritual of Awakening, which in the guide says that it gives you an extra totem. That is no longer the case. So obviously the guide is not entirely up to date, but it is still a very, very big buff. The big problem with it though is that when you constantly place 2 totems at a time, you now can't really have your 3 totems up with then only 1 Searing Bond totem, because you will always place 2 of them. But overall that's actually still quite okay. For the talents themselves, you can see that we have finished up quite a lot. We've got fire damage up here, we have quite a bit of HP down here, we've got that dual socket, that's still the same. So I've been working down here and I did a pretty big upgrade in again my totem damage with these 4. Should take these 2 as well in the guide, but what I'm experiencing at the moment is that I am lacking in tank a little bit. The Syndicate actually has killed me a couple of times, especially in narrow passages where it's difficult for you to run away. So what I'm actually going to focus on first is to take all this life here and try to to basically become strong. I'm not sure if you have to take that, I don't think so, but that's a lot of potential extra life here, which is going to be my focus next for my skill points. You can also probably tell we are now definitely fire and ice, or water and ice combined together. That is something that dropped that is pretty damn awesome. So let's show that here. The Sire of Shard Serpentine Staff. The big thing is Socketed Gems fire 4 additional projectiles, and they fire projectiles in a Nova. So I did spend a bit of currency to get a 4 link up, and so that I could put the spell totem with Magma Orb in there with the 2 support gems that it already had. And now that is super powerful. That is really nice. A very, very lucky drop here together with the Cloak of Flame. Now my 2 unique items that I am using. So let's get into it. I think we have to go to the Harbor Bridge in order to get there, and I don't have a waypoint there. So we'll go to the Lunaris course. Actually, no, because that's just gonna take longer. We'll actually go to the Solaris concourse over there, and then we can get back towards the left side. That should help. Let's zoom out and let's show you guys what this stuff now does. Look at them go. Look at that. That is pretty cool. And so you always put down 2 of them at a time. Let's maybe try to clear out the sides first here. Go like this. Put these down here. Blap, and everything is just has been cleared out. So we're going to do this. Then we'll take you up. And if I then add Elemental Overload, well, there you go. Stuff dies pretty damn quickly. That is really cool, and definitely a lucky break for me considering the build that I have. So now we need to get to the middle. Is that here? No? Where the Harbor Bridge? Yeah, that's actually where I need to be, exactly. The Harbor Bridge, and then I need to go like halfway through the bridge, and that's where we will find normally the entrance to the boss. So interesting place here, this bridge, because you can decide on which where you want to go on one side or the other, and it's basically a war between the sides. There's also on the other side of the bridge actually the blue ribbons against the red ribbons that are fighting. But look at that. Look at that clearing ability that I have now. Absolutely amazing. You do want to stay out of trouble. As I've said, my defenses are still not the strongest, but even this yellow mob here died without too much trouble. First you want to clear that, I think, and then what I need to work on is basically to try and get my my 40% increased damage up a little bit more often. There it is. What is it called? Elemental Overload. Definitely something that I need to work at. But just look at that clearing speed now. It's basically a circle around these 2 totems that become complete death traps. Can actually put totems down there. There you go. All of that just melted away, and it does make a bit more sound. Any like one thing that I would do is well, not even a 6-link would be interesting now. So what I'm mostly interested in would be better resistance gear, more HP, things like that, to try and have like a smooth time through the rest of the acts. Let's see if we can do more damage here. Clean this up quickly. Just, that is so awesome. That is, in my opinion, such a lucky drop. Absolutely amazing. And I can just keep going. Even if I put them down here, there's still another one in defense. Let's go to the Sky Shrine and let's see if we can get that fight again. So I had this for the fight, so I think that this is basically how I want to go. Let's put 2 more. And try to entice her. Whoa. Yeah, that did happen from time to time, so let's put this here. Oh, and then what I should do, of course, is try to get my Elemental Overload to proc. So let's put this here, let's put that here, so they switch from time to time. And if I could now, yep, there we go, Elemental Overload, that's pretty awesome. And just try to stay out of trouble. Look at him go. That is pretty damn cool. Next set. Get a little bit of extra mana. Speed out of that. Put the Searing Bond up as well, should be good. Can I do this? There we go, first one down. Now the next one. If I could get Elemental Overload, come on. Not even needed. There she goes. So Solaris and Lunaris have been defeated. 4-link. Divine Life Flask. That is definitely okay. And then from there you can proceed to act number 9. So we'll quickly go into the Blood Aqueduct, but you can see now that this build is sort of coming into its own. What I should also work on are the flasks. So this flask is very nice, of course, immunity to shock during flask effect, remove shock on use and increased movement speed. I would really need one, because that's exactly the same thing. Let's see, reduced amount recovered, increased recovery rate, that's nice. Applied instantly, that's nice as well. 20, ooh, that's nice, so I'm actually going to put that in my first one. And what does this one do? Immunity to freeze. No, that's actually gonna be my 1. And then I'll put this one on my 2. Yeah, and chill effect removes. So this is really important. That is one thing that killed me in one of the fights against the Syndicate. I was frozen and they just kept pouring AoE on me. Nothing I could do. So it's important to have a flask that gets rid of that type of stuff. But now, when it comes to progress, of course, all I have to do is just put these totems ahead of me and just look at them, completely clear that path super easily. Very, very nice and powerful build. Very easy build to play as well, of course. What you want to do is just stay the hell away from trouble most of the time. And let's see if we encounter the Syndicate or something like that. Again, I'm really not paying much attention. So I should really look into getting more overloads. Stuff. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's put these up. And there we go. Very, very easy clear now. Massive AoE, and you would have that even without the staff. That is still pretty damn amazing. In fact, it then just becomes a cone forward, so you can still basically do the exact same thing, except that now you have a better AoE clear than you would without the staff. But with the staff, it would still just basically be a cone of death in front of these two totems. So it's still super powerful. You don't need this lucky drop from me in order to get this. But this now also becomes a very strong defensive build, thanks to this, of course, because all I have to do is just stand in here and everything will just die as it tries to get close to me, which is really nice. On top of that, of course, I can then try to put up a Searing Bond. And oh, that's something that you just saw. Superior Race Spectre, I don't think I need that. But what I'll go home and I'll show you guys what I've been doing. Trying to get the defensives up here. And so let's go into Act 9. Let's go over here, because that's where I need to continue. Something that I did do is cost when damage taken, which is there we go, Enfeeble. That is like 23% less damage. So if I take damage, and I'm keeping this one at level 2, I should have kept it at level 1, but feel like it's still okay. That it triggers when it is only, let's see, 583 damage. That's actually quite a big difference all of a sudden. So maybe I should go back to grab, maybe that's worth it, I think. So what you have to do for that, if you want an ability, always go back to Act 6, of course, because here everything is being sold by Lily. And here we have, let's see what it looks like. So that ought to be this one. And this one now triggers on, well, no, look at that, 528. And this is 583. So I'm okay with this little difference, but I did then right click on another increase so that that damage threshold doesn't go up. We basically want this to trigger so much, and that is my defense when I'm in trouble. We do curse around so that they take more damage and they do less damage, but it's still not ideal. The defenses are basically what I need to work on at this point, but lots of fun, and it definitely feels very good to play this this build at the moment. Thanks to the guide, I'm having a lot of fun with Path of Exile, and this is the furthest I've ever gotten playing the game. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.
You did it! They found it!
Have you ever heard much of the Marrakech legends?
A truly unique cosmology of strange creatures, pagan gods, and powerful treasures.
One such story talks of a magical stone.
A Marrakech calendar